Hello, hello. I'm getting my radio program together to start a new week, and it occurs to me that I have 7 answers and 1 question. Hi everybody. 7 answers and 1 question. I guess this is sort of Jeopardy style. So here's answer number 1. Answer number 1 is penalty kicks suck. And if there were a question, I guess it would be, what did you think of the Euro Cup final? I thought it was terrible. I tweeted yesterday that penalty kicks are the worst possible way to end a competition like that, except for the alternatives, because I don't have one. I was rooting for England. I know that Megan was rooting for Italy, but I was rooting for England. But I have to say, they were outplayed by Italy. Italy really did deserve to win that match. But gosh, to just come down to the randomness of those kicks, at least that's how it occurs to me, or it appears to me, that a goalie has to make a predetermined decision as to whether he's going to go left or he's going to go right. It's a coin flip. Answer number 2, Donald Trump needs new material, even if he did win the CPAC straw poll. The question there, I guess, would be, did you watch his speech? Yeah, I did, but it was boring. And it's the same old, same old. And maybe that's good enough for the base at CPAC, but sooner or later. And it occurs to me, he never had to make any policy pronouncements in 2020, which I think was part of his undoing, in addition to a lot of other things. But at what point is it just not enough to rally your own troops by the same old critique of your opponents? Speaking of his opponents, answer number 3, Hunter is entitled to earn a living and to sell his art, and the public has a right to monitor the whole process. As I said on CNN over the weekend, and I promise you this, I had not read a Washington Post editorial that came to the exact same conclusion before I went on CNN air on Saturday morning. My view, the Post's view, is that transparency is the answer. And if you're not familiar with this issue, it's really interesting. And it probably will be a matter of seconds until Fox makes it a total loop issue that they cover, like the CRT, that they've turned into a huge issue. But Hunter Biden's got a right to go out there and try and earn a living. Are people going to pay an inflated value because of his name for his artwork? Yeah, they will, as they often do, frankly, when other celebrities have tried to sell their works of art. But if you don't know, the plan is that the gallery owner is going to police this process, and he won't tell Hunter who the purchaser is. That's ridiculous. What if I buy it, and I now invite all of you over to my house or my office, and there it is displayed, my original Hunter Biden? What, you're not going to tell somebody that I own it? It's just ridiculous. Answer number 4, the assassination of the Haitian president is looking like some Jason Bourne stuff. What would the question be? The question would be, is there a simple explanation as to what happened? And the answer to that is no. Answer number 5, I don't know how the Cuban protests end, but socialism would have fallen long ago, but for the American embargo. I mean, this has now been going on for more than 60 years, and I believe that, at least initially well-intended, I'm not sure over time, we ceded too much of the voice on this to expats in Miami who are in Little Havana. But the Cuban embargo, I've long believed, was very successful in doing one thing: keeping the Castros in power. And it's such a shame, because I think that it would have been to the advantage of the Cubans and the Americans if there had been more trade and more openness with the Cuban government a long time ago. I think that President Obama was on the right path. I think that President Trump reversing course to try and win favor in Florida was a huge mistake. I don't know what the Biden administration is going to do. I don't know exactly how it'll all end. I have visited the island twice. It's bucket list kind of stuff. My wife and I took our family there by now, gosh, like 5 years ago, thinking we need to hurry up and see it before it all changes, and we want the kids to see it before it all changes. It hasn't changed. You see gorgeous landscapes, painting kind of stuff. Maybe Hunter should go there. Actually, he does modern acrylic work. And you see abject poverty. But the people, I know this is a sweeping generalization, and we met folks all over the island. So damn nice. Subjected to such harsh conditions, but so damn nice. What am I up to? I think I'm up to answer number 6. Answer number 6, Dr. Fauci is correct to push for more local vaccine mandates. What's that question? How do we get more people on board? Dr. Fauci was speaking over the weekend in that respect. Answer number 7, I am going to the Cape just as the Atlantic magazine, not the Atlantic Ocean, has a lead story headlined, Cape Cod's waters are getting very, very sharky. And what would that question be that I'm answering? I guess it would be, are you going swimming in Falmouth later today? And the answer is hell no. And the Atlantic makes clear that the seals are an issue. Yeah, as the seal population has grown, so has the number of sharks and shark interactions, causing the Outer Cape's 4 small towns and the National Park Service to grapple with competing demands of conservation and public safety. And now the question. Now that I've given you the 7 answers of the day, here's the question. Has Richard Branson really been to space? That's the headline of the print edition of the Times today. Branson reaches edge of space, seeking tourism's final frontier. This is also the survey question at Smerconish.com today. I confess to being underwhelmed in advance of this mission. And I think that the reason that I was underwhelmed was the shape of the craft. Well, the takeoff, the horizontal takeoff, the shape of the craft, the presence of the windows. Because to me, it just looked like too much of an airplane and not enough of a rocket ship. It also didn't help that I saw him interviewed 1 or 2 days in advance of the mission, and he was in his home. Come on, astronauts, I thought, astronauts do not sleep in their own bed the night before a mission. And astronauts wear a helmet, because that's the way we all grew up, wearing helmets, right? Yeah, my view in advance was he's no Neil Armstrong, and it's not fair to mention him in the same breath. But having watched, I feel differently. I think it took some, I'll say guts for Branson and the others to have done what they did. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't agree with the workout, the viciousness of the comments in social media about Branson and the other billionaires who are racing into space. Hey, God bless them. Thank goodness for them, because they're doing things like Musk did recently that the government is not doing and not focused on doing. And I like it. I don't know. Would I ever want to do that? Yeah, I guess that I would. I mean, I ride all the rides in Disneyland and Disney World. Why wouldn't I do that if I had the chance? Am I going to pay some nutty sum? If I had it, would I pay it? No. But if the price were reasonable, whatever that meant, sure. Would I love to get way the hell up there, 50 miles up, and take a look down? Sure, I would. But here's my criteria. When I answer the question of, has Branson been to space? I know the mile demarcation. In fact, I'll share it with you. He was more than 50 miles up in Spaceship Two Unity. The flight reached its apogee at 282,000 feet, 53.41 miles. And when you exceed, I never knew this before, but when you exceed 50 miles, the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, will award crew members astronaut wings. Okay? That's not what does it for me. It's not a function of did you get to 50 miles as an altitude and therefore can you earn your wings? Do you know what I'm thinking of in terms of my sort of gut or visceral criteria as to whether he's really been to space? Weightlessness. Because when they reached that, what did I say? Apogee, not a word that I would normally use, but when they reached 53.41 miles, the passengers were able to unstrap and experience weightlessness. Now that's pretty cool. So yeah, my rule of thumb is it's kind of like in Caddyshack when the Dalai Lama gives to Bill Murray, Carl the greenskeeper, total consciousness. So I got that going for me, which is nice. If you get weightlessness, then I am prepared to say you have been to space. So Richard Branson, yes, you've been to space. But I'll talk a little bit on radio today about some of the comments that are there that have been directed toward he. It's really like an eat the rich kind of a thing, and there's an issue about CO2 emissions. But my view of it is good for them, good for Musk, good for Bezos, and good for Branson. Did I leave anybody out? I think that's the whole. I think that's the whole crew. There you go. 7 answers and 1 question that I have answered to begin the week. So that is the survey question at Smerconish.com today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, ring the bell. I promise that I will read all of your comments that are appended here as soon as I'm able. All I can see is, very quickly out of the corner of my eye is Cliff, who says Mile High Club. I don't know. Were those cameras on? Oh, you mean because he got to 53 miles? Oh, okay. I was going to say, were those cameras ever turned off? All right. Have a good day. See ya.